say never seen a coach after they finished the press conference. He finished, and then he left, but he didn't leave the room. He then listened to Otega Owe and Malachi Moreno take some questions. So I think he wanted to see how they handled that part of it as well.
Yeah, that's important to see how they feel about it, how they respond to it, how they react to it. And you know, you can sit in a locker room as a coach and you can be upset and disappointed and barking at your guys or whatever it may be. But if you see blank stares,
like they don't care,
or stares like it ain't me, it's somebody else, that bothers you. That really bothers you. And you're trying to get guys to understand that no matter what, those guys all want to get to the next level.
Sure.
Which is great. But in order to get that next level now, you need to win. You need to play together, because when they go to that next level, and I think Kentucky's got good players, but they don't have anybody that you're saying is going to be the number 2 or 3 pick in the draft. You don't see that. So those guys, even going to the next level, they're going to have to get on an NBA team and play a role and do what they need to do, just get on the court. And that's part of learning that in college too. So I think he'll get back, he'll sit down with his guys, he'll talk to them and see where everybody's at. But the other thing is too, your best teams are always player-led teams, not coaches-led teams. And that's going to be important for him to find out who his leaders are.
I don't think there is one yet. You know, I think we thought it would naturally be Otega Owe because he's the veteran. He's the guy that came back. He's the SEC preseason player of the year. And sometimes, guys, that's not their role. Sometimes, again, there was a group last year. He was probably a part of that group, but there were a lot of older dudes on that team last year. He didn't have to lead. He was a really good player, but he didn't have to be that vocal guy. Now you bring in a lot of other guys. Brandon Garrison's had to step up a little bit, obviously, with you know, Quainton's out. And I think Quainton's will help when he comes back. I don't know if Jalen Lowe is going to come back. I mean, I don't think anybody knows yet whether he's going to come back. I was talking for a minute.
I don't even think he knows if he's going to come back yet.
Yeah, I think when I was talking to him before the game, just kind of see how he's doing and try to, you know, say good luck with everything. You know, I think even for him, it was like, I'm going to try to give it some more time.
Yeah.
And see, does it heal up a little bit? There's no reason to rush it back at this point. You see, but, you know, they were without 2 starters, basically. But the last person to make that excuse, and the guy who shot it down over and over when reporters tried to talk about the injuries, was Mark Pope.
Well, let's hear that, because we have a little bit of audio here from Mark Pope. It was the end of his part of the press conference, I think, was the most telling thing that he said.
Okay.
I actually think that's a I'm gonna temper my words right now. I actually think that our identity should be if you build an organization the right way, then your identity is not about an individual person. Your identity is about a collective group. And so it shouldn't matter if we had built a great organization and a great culture, which I've clearly failed to do up until today. But we won't fail this season. We just have failed up till today. And we will build an organization where it won't be disrupted every time someone steps in and steps out, because we'll have a team identity, not an individual identity. Until we get there, we're going to really struggle. That's my job. That's why Mitch brought me here. I'm doing it poorly, and we won't do it poorly for much longer.
I thought that the telling quote that he had out of everything that he said tonight, and I think the one time where he said he was very measured with his words, was where he said you got to have a team identity and not an individual identity. And it feels like right now what he is battling with is a locker room of people that are looking for the individual success as opposed to people that are willing to sacrifice for the team success. There's a lot of things that you can get to here. Norm, I want to hit you on this. So he over and over and over again today, and this is kind of what you have to do as a head coach, but over and over what he said was, it's my fault. This is on me. I am not coaching well enough. I am not doing this well enough. how much of that blame actually does fall on him in terms of getting these guys to buy in?
Well, he's the ultimate decision maker. Who plays, who doesn't play, what scheme you're going to do. So as a head coach, and I've been there and I've been an assistant, you're going to take all of that. And you're not going to throw individuals under the bus. But you also hope that with you taking that blame and taking that burden, that the guys around you see, and maybe it opens up their eyes to saying, it ain't all coach, it's me, and I didn't respond right now. Because this what's going to happen with that team. It happens with all good teams. They're going to get in practice, and it's going to get heated. And it's going to be, hey, we're going to play. The guys are going to play the way I want you to play. And then they're going to go up and down. There may be some, and sometimes this is good, some fisticuffs, some really getting after it, where you're going to find out who's committed, as you said, to the jersey, who's committed to Kentucky basketball, who's committed to doing it the way coach wants it done. Sometimes you have to get all that, I don't know if I can cuss on the day, get all that stuff out.
You
got to get it out.
It's YouTube norm.
Oh, you got to get that shit out. So get all of that shit out and let guys be honest. Like, so now you can have some honest criticism, honest critiquing of what is going on. You don't have to sugarcoat it anymore, and it'll make the team better.
I wonder if the players, you hear about all these like players meetings and everything like that. I wonder if there'll be something that comes out of this. Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because if you're Otega-Oweh, again, he hasn't played great. A little bit harder for him to do this right now. But I think he's probably got to be the guy that does it. If
he's got to be the voice now.
And he's got to be the guy to say, hey, this is on me.
Yep.
If you're him, you got to come forward and say, like, hey, I'm the veteran here. I'm the guy who was supposed to lead us. I'm the guy who hasn't done a good job. And take accountability. Not just saying the guy that leads us. I think he has to be up there and be like, look, I'm shooting a lot of threes, so I'm trying to get to the NBA. I need to change the way that I'm playing. Yeah, and that could change. That definitely would get more respect, I think, from everybody else, because these guys are all new.
But here's the other issue, and I don't think that a team meeting can solve this. Like,
no,
I think that playing 11 or 12 guys is just too much.
But they're only down at 10 right now. They're not. But they're not playing 11 yet.
I even think 10 guys is too much.
Well, that's fair.
And then when people leave, like, or when Quaintance and Lowe come back, there's going to be two guys that are out of the rotation now, and then people are going to like.
If Lowe comes back,
I think that's
again,
too much.
that's an if.
Yeah, they do have a lot of talent. It is hard to play that many guys. Guys have to understand their roles. Now, the one guy I thought in the second half actually went back to his role, and what he did was Diabate. Diabate shot 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. He shouldn't be shooting 4 threes in a half. He probably
what do you do? What do you do with a guy like that? I mean, again, because it's kind of I go with like the Marcus Smart theory, right? With Brad Stevens, and it was like, hey man, you play that hard defensively, I'm gonna let you shoot threes. But like with him, it's like you want to take one and you make one, all right, take another. But if you miss that one, like we're done, dude. Yeah. We're done. But you're not a 3-point shooter.
I thought probably at halftime, Coach Pope got onto him.
Right.
And if you saw that, he drove that ball downhill. He drove that ball downhill a ton.
Oh, he was great second half.
He was very good in the second half. So he got the message.
Know your role and embrace your role.
Yeah. Yep. Be a star in your role.
That's right. That's right.
And I also think it's important to note that in the second half, they actually like showed a little bit of fight. It would have been nice if that fight showed up, about the 10-minute mark, so that you don't find yourself down by 17.
And like energy and like fight on the court, and also some like energy and like you just saw no emotion out of them.
I thought they had a little bit of spurt in the second half.
They did.
And what they needed to do, and they started doing it because we were talking about that, they started pressuring Michigan State, taking them out of what they want to do, making them take tougher shots, all that, not allowing them to get the ball into the post. They did some good things like that. They just couldn't keep it going. And then give Michigan State credit. Yeah. Tang made a big shot. Then they got a good layup on Kohler. They made some plays that kept the lead going.
Yeah. Well,